Okay, the purpose of this video is to show you how to set up the Book Your Appointment Scheduler. And the first thing we'll do is log into the dashboard. While we're here, the first thing I do is check to see if there are any notices of updates. And it doesn't appear so then I'll go to Appointments. And this black sidebar here is where you drive your website. So click on Appointments and add services. If you have one service to add, then add that one service. If you have many, then go ahead and do that too. And you can set an appointment reminder and however many reminders you want to set. And the subject is, and the email content, I want their name and the service and the date and the time. And you can add whatever you want. And the reminder email, okay, best to set it as a domain email address than to use sort of gmail.com. And if the email is not being received for some reason, you can use the theme mail server. So just for this time I'm going to do this. You can set it for a specific duration. Say for the next week you are giving away a free door painting or whatever it is you want to do. And the first time I set this up, I made a mistake of starting in the future and my form didn't show up. So you need to at least start it with today's date. If you have, again, if it's a 3-day offer for whatever, then you select however many days. If there is no closing date, you can leave it open. And you want however many appointments per time slot. If you're doing a short webinar or something and you want to have 6 people, you can do something like that. And you're going to put your working hours. And for us wimps in North America, this is a 24-hour clock. And if you're not sure how to set that, 12 is noon. And if you add 6 hours, then you've got 1800 hours, which is 6 p.m. And if you have a specific time period that you want your appointment to run, you'll select that. And I'm selecting an hour and 30 minutes. And if you want to work only, say, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, you can do that. Or you can select all day, every day. And if you don't want to work for half an hour, or whatever one time slot during the day, you can uncheck something over here and go ahead and add the appointment service. Okay, so I now have 3 different appointment services now that we are set with, and if you've got a dozen, go ahead and add all of those now. Next, then we're going to go over to pages. So I'll select all pages, and I'm having my appointment scheduler form on home page. So I click home page, edit, okay, and then here's the slider, and I want the form to be beside the slider. So I'll click on add module, and I want the appointment module, and I have a habit of naming the module what the module is. And if you need it to be something else, name it whatever you wish. Again, you want the email to come from a domain address, not Gmail or AOL or something like that. You have a greater likelihood of it being delivered properly. The welcome message is if you need to add some more information here or edit the information, you can do so. If you're working with a partner and you want everybody to receive an email, you'll add their email addresses here. And here is the form. And if you have call CID, you can go ahead and enter your call CID email here. That's something that you would have to already have set up. And Ravi has given us a number of different colors to choose from for the form. And let me do green. Now, I now have 3 Goofy services to offer to people. So if you want to offer a single one, you'll highlight what you want to offer. If you want to offer all 3 or all 10 or all 12, put your mouse on the top one or the one that you want to offer, hold your shift key down and click on the last, and that will select all of the services that you have to offer. And if you want this to be sign up for your webinar or whatever you want it to read here, so you'll change that. You can show a single service or multiple services. And the email field name is, I'm just going to leave it as email. And the first field name will be name. And again, set it whatever you want it to be. And if you need first name and last name, then you could put name first, name last, or last name, whichever. And I'm going to do phone number. And again, if it was if you had call CID, you could select and it would be a phone. Third field name, you don't need to add any more fields if you don't want to. If you want to allow comments, you can add a comment field. I don't need a 4th field. If you want to display the CAPTCHA, you have to already have set it up, and there just happens to be a video tutorial on how to add the CAPTCHA. Okay, and the service title, I'm going to change that to set. Select the service, select the date, select the time, book the appointment. And if for some reason you aren't receiving the email messages, you can select a send from theme mail server. And when someone has filled in the form and submitted it, you can have it show a message up the top, congratulations, you managed to fill the form in properly. Or you can send them to a thank you page if you have something else that you would like them to do. So I'm just going to leave it as show message on top. And if you have an autoresponder, from what I understand, MailChimp is also added. So you can connect with Aweber, GetResponse, or MailChimp. And if you want to add margins top and bottom, you can go ahead and do that. And then when you're finished, click Save, Update. Always remember to save and update every change, every edit you do. And click on Preview Changes. And here we are back at Home Page, and our appointment form is set up, and I'll go ahead and enter my email address. Here I've added 4 different services. You can have your sink fixed or your dogs walked or website designed. And we'll select a service. I think I'll have my sink fixed, pick a date and a time, and book the appointment. And here is the acknowledgement that I managed to fill in the form properly, and it's letting me know that somebody will get back to me ASAP. And that's all there is to setting up your book appointment form. The other very cool thing about this appointment form is when people fill in the form, the information is stored in your dashboard. That's pretty darn awesome. Shows the date and time and the email for the person who made the appointment.